Hello and welcome to ILTV's Israel Daily. I'm Aaron Porras, and before we begin, we want to again remind you that for more of the best content from Israel, sign up today for our streaming platform, ILTV+. Now, coming up in today's newscast, the latest updates to the NSO-Pegasus-spyware saga. Calcalist publishing a long list of names of those allegedly illegally hacked by the Israel police. Meantime, United States President Joe Biden promising to visit Israel soon during recent talks with Prime Minister Naftali Bennett. And finally, the 11-day war between Israel and Hamas last year, now claiming its 14th Israeli victim, some 9 months after the conflict's end. Our top story tonight, the NSO and Pegasus saga taking turn after turn for the worse. This as the Israeli Calcalist news now publishing a list of dozens of Israelis who were illegally targeted with the Pegasus spyware, and by none other than the Israel police themselves. And the list so far more reaching than we ever imagined. Technological and data-oriented policing. This is the Israel police's innocuous term for illegally spying on the unsuspecting Israeli public using Israeli company NSO's infamous Pegasus spyware, one of the most sophisticated surveillance tools ever developed. And according to the Israeli Calcalist news, the police had been at it for years. Targets including mayors, protest leaders, political activists, journalists, states' witnesses, and even high-ranking members of government ministries, all without judicial oversight, without warrants, and in many cases, without even a suspicion of a crime. In fact, Calcalist reporting that often, police didn't even ask for the judicial approval because they expected their requests to be rejected. A newly published list of specific targets, however, exposing just how much more expansive the police state has actually become. For example, Calcalist's harrowing follow-up report naming several government ministry director generals, including the then CEOs of the transport and finance ministries. Police allegedly suspecting them of leaking documents to journalists, though there isn't yet any proof of such claims. Additionally, the police tracking protesters and protest leaders from every protest possible in order to prepare for, quote, threats to the public order, like blocking freeways. Such targets including anti-Netanyahu protesters, as revealed in the first report, but also settlers ahead of evacuations, heads of disability rights groups, and Ethiopian Israeli community leaders who were ironically protesting against their mistreatment at the hands of police. Likewise, they even hacked the then Director General of the Justice Ministry, one of the highest-ranking individuals in government at that time, as she was heading a committee on eradicating racism against Ethiopian Israelis. Emi Palmor describing her shock in finding out that her 6 years of relations with the police from within the Justice Ministry completely undermined.
והמחשבה שככה מאחורי המסך הם יודעים עליי כמה דברים.
זאת אומרת, את הרי עובדת בשיתוף עם המשטרה.
שהם לגמרי מהאזורים האישיים של החיים, לא מאזורים מקצועיים, לא מאזורים פליליים, לגמרי באישי. אנחנו יודעים עליה משהו שהיא לא יודעת. שיש לי ממשק, יש לי ביקורת עליהם, אני עומדת בראש צוות למיגור הגזענות נגד יוצאי אתיופיה, כותבת דוח שמותח עליהם ביקורת קשה. הממשלה מאשרת החלטת ממשלה שקובעת שהמשטרה צריכה לעשות שינויים מערכתיים, והמערכת היחסים התאונה הזאת ממשיכה ובהקשרים נוספים.
In efforts to turn things around then, police saying they'll cooperate with any investigations, and there will likely be several. Minister of Internal Security Omer Bar-Lev already announcing intent to form a government commission of inquiry, and additionally, the scandal-plagued NSO, which developed the Pegasus tool, will likely be dissolved. This as, aside from the Israel police scandal, the United States already blacklisting NSO and the EU Parliament calling for an inquiry over alleged abuses of the Pegasus spyware. Also, the company's facing a number of serious lawsuits.
מי שאוכף את החוק חייב להקפיד על החוק קלה כחמורה יותר מכולם. אסור לנו לאבד את הדמוקרטיה שלנו, אסור לנו לאבד את המשטרה שלנו, ואסור לנו לאבד את אמון הציבור בהם.
No matter what happens to the company, though, this is far from the last time Pegasus will hit the newsband. Both the tool and its damages expected to live on for a while. To watch full episodes of ILTV's Israel Daily and tons of other content from Israel, visit our website at iltv.tv or download the ILTV Plus app.